Youth will be given quality professional training to enable them be economically empowered. She made reference to FIREGSP that created about 35,000 direct employment and 600,000 indirect one in 4 years. The strategy, according to her, is to base the program on sectors that are promising. The Atitikop industrialization program, according to her, will operate the optimum level to consume raw material from youth production. Raw materials transformation into end products based on value chain will give more opportunity to youths of the country. One of the important items on the agenda was the launching of the Leleng website for youths.
Well, dear viewers, Kwasi Gle was at that place for the launching of the event and is in this studio too. Welcome back again, Kwasi Gle.
Thank you very much.
Well, we can see that you were at the event and we're talking about Youth Employment Council and a project was launched.
Yes.
So how do you think, such council benefits youth in Togo?
Okay, thank you. First of all, I want to say that it is a governmental program that was launched. And if I say governmental program, that means that the government take time to search or to make a research on the sector of activities in our country, so that the activities that can be financed,
yes,
that can be boost
in order to see how young people can benefit.
Yes,
from
and if they find this sector of activities, they can put it together so that when those people that can finance the project, they come to the country, they can know directly, they can be well directed to the sectors of activities.
They know exactly what needs to be financed.
Yes, so it's what I can say about it.
Okay, so it's very interesting. But Mr. Donatien, you are also in studio. What do you think young people should do to make successful this initiative of the government?
Yeah, first, this initiative should be congratulated. But let me point out this at something like we used to forget about. The problem of unemployment, or the actual problem get its roots since the education. We get much more theoretical education in most of French-speaking countries. So we should try now to put practical teaching in our schools, because we just there like parrots, coding lessons without knowing. Even some people, even in some technical schools, they don't really know what a computer is about. It's only some lesson to code. So this initiative should give much more, should empower youths to go further, especially in looking for being practical on the field, not having degree, diplomas, papers without knowing what to do. So
technical schools needs to be promoted.
And also even in our schools, since the secondary school, we should start putting in mind of our kids, our children, how to do things. We used to do that before, how to do things. We call it travaux manuels. Those kind of activities we used to do. A student cannot know how to concretely arrange something broken. You should go and give that to a person in charge of repairing it. So the roots is about education. But first, let me congratulate again the initiative of the government. I think Mr. Glay is smiling. He got something to say about what I've just said.
No, I just appreciate what my brother has said. It might begin from the education, so that the children can know that if in future it's not being in bureau or in office that can brought money to them, but they must work, they must innovate, they must give something that is different from what has
been done.
Yes.
If you give me just some seconds, I've just read an information, something on social media before coming here. It's about a man who is 44 years old, saying that he got much more degrees, but he's still living in the house of his parents. He's looking for a job, all those things. He went to school a lot, he got diplomas, and we asking in a group, saying that if you saying that you most highly educated, why can't you start something? Why can't you know that going to school is not only to stay in an office like Mr. Glay said? So we start changing our mind from school, from education.
Nobody can initiate something for you.
You especially at home. Our parents also are included, because some parents used to tell you, my dear, my kids go to school and work in an office for me. You start having this in mind, you're growing up with it. So I should be in a ministry, I should work at the parliament or somewhere. So that's what we can do by changing our mentalities.
That's right. That's right. Well, I can see that it's very interesting to talk about that issue, but as you can see, time is against us. Let's talk now about another topic. The mass communication campaign against COVID-19 continue in our country, Togo. Vaccination began in the Savannah region of Togo this week. With Germain Bologan, let's have the reports of the events.
At the Dabon Polyclinic in the Savannah region, COVID-19 inoculation started early this week. According to the health workers, people got mobilized for the vaccination, a voluntary act that immunes the citizens against the deadly COVID-19 virus. Those who took their first dose were grateful to the government for forwarding the vaccines to the region. They went through the procedures for precaution reasons. Most of them were asked to rest for 15 minutes after they had been vaccinated before leaving. At the regional hospital of Dabon, people were vaccinated in large number. Regional health officials declared more vaccines need to be forwarded to the region. In the Savannah region, the population has acknowledged the fact that it's only the vaccine that can save lives. In the 7 health districts of the Savannah region, more than 100,000 people were vaccinated. With this vaccine campaign, we hope Togo will reach the 60% cover in a very near future.
Well, dear viewers and dear guests, as we can see, everything is getting ready for the campaign to be successful. But it's now almost 2 months since Togo started vaccination campaign on COVID-19. Do you think, especially Mr. Donatien, do you think, this campaign, Togolese are getting ready, more and more interested in it?
Yeah, I can say so, because in the first month, I can say that some people are rejecting the idea brought, but with sensitization. First, some people sent to sensitize went with treating people. They don't speak well. They didn't speak well. Some people don't know how to speak. You may have a good product, but the way to sell it is the problem. You may have a good product, but people
should know how to advertise it.
Yeah, you will reject what you get like a good one and agree with the fake one. Okay. So we should know words to speak towards the population, especially if you know what we call sociology. You should know the area in which you're going, and you should know what are the words to use over there. You cannot speak to people at Aneho like the way you speak to people of Noche, the same thing like to the people of Pia or Atakpame somewhere. And I'm greeting someone following us at Atakpame called Olivia actually. So let me say that this campaign should be more emphasized again with people who know how to speak to others. They should know words to exploit and how to convince people. That's
the way of, convincing people how to conduct this kind of campaign.
Yeah, showing the good, the welfare insights. Not treating people that if you don't do that, you ain't gonna receive your salary. If you don't do that, you'll be fired from work. Those kind of things. Some people are thinking that something is hiding inside. Reason why you are pushing us into it. So we won't do it. What are you gonna do? So let us speak well to people, because I'm teaching how to speak to people. Reason why I'm saying that people don't know how to speak to people in this country.
Thank you so much. I think they will start considering what you have said so far. Well, Mr. Glay, do you think now, as he said it so far, that some people says if you don't take your vaccine, you will not have your salary? But what needs to be done for the success of the campaign without troubles?
Yes, for the success of the campaign, I can say that the sensitizing is very important, but the things is that people don't want the vaccine because they don't trust in the vaccine. Most of
people don't want it because at a large number, or some of people don't want it.
For the first time, it's a large number, but they are getting more and more interested. So the sensitizing is good, but the thing is that we must help people. By telling them to
get aware of
and
how
to help
interesting
them, because we cannot sell something that we don't know anything about it. So if you want to sell something, you must know all the things around the product, so that you can explain to people. And if you want to explain to people, you must give all the examples to them, so that they can understand. They can themselves give the example or tell another person.
You don't need to be boastful.
Yes. So because if somebody understands something, the person can easily tell his brother, and so that the things can be easily done. So it's what I can say about it. So well explain things to persons, so that when they can say that they understand, they understood everything. They can, from them, explain to others. So the first person will not go any time to explain, but the population, the people will explain everything. So what I say.
Well, Mr. Donatien, yesterday the national coordinator of the committee against COVID-19, Colonel Jibril, he said new places will be set to within the campaign. What do you think about such decision?
That's great. What we call decentralization. It's not only at one place that things should be done. That's good, because of a person who leave Zangera and should be compelled to come to Ajidogome before getting vaccination. I'm not saying that it's like this. Just an example. Or a person here at TVT should get to Colombe de la Paix before getting it. It can be decentralized.
Close to him.
One or two or four areas should be around. So it's a good thing. Saying, meaning that they're having feedback of what they're doing. They are having feedback of the campaign, the launch, and the return are good. So that's what I can say. That's a good thing to decentralize things.
That's okay. But Mr. Glay, what do you think about such a decision of Colonel Jibril?
It's a nice thing, as for me, because people in the beginning, they don't know where to go. By the time they decide to take the vaccine, the distance from their houses make them return back, because they cannot move.
They don't want to.
So if they can, the government can make things very closer to people, I can say that they will succeed in the vaccination program.
Well, I'll ask you a quick question. It is to know today, what can we say about how, generally, how the COVID-19 committee is managing things? How can we say it?
Yeah, in the sub-region, we do need to work, but it's only about economy. The economy is down.
Yes.
Let me say real thing, the economy is down. People are suffering, but they're fighting. The committee is fighting this disease, and people are recovering much more than in other countries, but the economy is down. And some people, I've said it here one day, some people are getting money from this pandemic on the back of a larger number.
Yes.
So what I can say is they're starting changing what I can see and what I can
to
say.
Know how to manage.
Manage things to raise up the economy that is, on the ground. We are suffering because I'm inside. I'm a citizen too. I'm inside in my domains of working. Let me tell you, rating is not fair. So things should raise up. And we should continue respecting the barrier measures to go into our work, wearing our face mask, especially washing our hands and keeping distance when we'll be talking, in a closed area and any kind of tip. But this thing, if I don't say it, I'll blame myself. Our immune system. We should take care of our immune system. But let me say that our immune system works on two aspects. We got physical one and mental one. If you're now well in the mental, your physics also will be affected. If you're now well paid in the work, you come back home thinking you got sick. And when the virus attack you, you'll be affected. And what will face that virus in our body, the first defender is our immune system. So let's pay attention to it.
Maybe let's summarize it by saying that no stress.
No stress, but
and then
the economy should raise up and the stress will not come.
Thank you, Donatien. Well, to finish, Glé, what do you think has been done so far for that pandemic?
Yes, I can congratulate the committee, the COVID-19 coordination. They are working well, but things I want to talk about is that as they are working well, they must free some sector, because some sector of activities are down, are closed, so that the money is not passing.
Economy
is down, as my brother said. So we can free those people that are not working, those sector of activity that are stopped, to come more and more to their activity, so that the economy can be
can be raised again.
Yes.
Okay. Well, dear viewers, thank you so much. Firstly, my two guests, Donatien and Kwasi Glé, thank you for coming in this studio. Dear viewers, it's on that topic that we call it a day. Thank you for watching us every Saturday. See you next week.